Hey guys, what's going on? So I'm gonna be today doing washer trick for rear camber. I'm gonna be trying to do two different fitments, 5mm spacers and 20mm spacers. My fenders are pulled, so I'm gonna wanna see how they're gonna look like. So about 4 bolts. They're M10 by 1.225 and then 40mm long. They're made for very high torque work. So that's really good. So they're not gonna strip or break or anything. Also about 3/8 of the inch washers, about 10 of them, but I'm probably gonna be using one on each bolt on the bottom and none on the top. Shout out to you guys, Chris from California, Alexandra from Nebraska, and Tyler from New Brunswick, Canada. Thank you guys for not saying no to me when I ask you a million questions. It really meant a lot to me. So peace out to you guys. Watch what's gonna happen, and let's see this fitment go. So here we are, guys. So the first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna lose your lug nuts. You're gonna jack your car up. You're gonna put it in a jack stands, and you're gonna take the wheels off. Let's go. So the next step, guys, what you're gonna do, you're gonna remove the 4 bolts. If you look from far away, you can see the 5 bolts. 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5. So skip this one for right now. You're gonna remove this one right here on top. 2, 3, and 4. So you guys will need 14mm socket, and when you loosen it, you just take the caliper off. One. Also, don't forget to take emergency brake off. So your car is on jack stands right now. I checked. It shouldn't move. If you don't take emergency brake off, I think this thing's not gonna spin. Yeah, something like that. So 2. You can see the caliper getting looser. And then you just take the 2 of them. Boom. So that's like this. And usually, I think, I think we need to remove the whole thing. The next thing we're gonna do, guys, we're gonna loosen this bolt right here. I think it's probably should be like 12mm. I don't know what is this holding. I think it's an ABS sensor, I believe. Off. That's loose. Okey-doke. So there's a metal clip right here that holding ABS sensor together. So take the little pliers, like a nose pliers, and pull it out slowly, and then unplug the ABS sensor and put it aside. There, guys, you can see the little metal clip. It holds it like this in the ABS sensor, and you just pull it out a little bit and just set it aside. Now, guys, you take 14mm socket and you remove the 4 bolts that holding your hub together. There's the 1 right here, 2 right there, 3 right here, and 4 right there. So there's 4 of them. They all around the circle. This piece, the circle thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I loosen the bolts, 14mm. I remove this whole thing. Let's go like this over your rotor, and then you just tighten the bolts. So now I'm gonna remove that thing. The tip number 1. So my thing got really stuck. Well, now I removed it. But I took the PV blaster and I sprayed it there. I took the big screwdriver and I put the between like this. And I just pull it towards myself. And this thing got removed. So it should look something like that. There you go. Cool beans. Yeah. Okay, so you guys take the bolts that you bought, extended bolts. They're 40mm long. I got 2. Jeez. Right. So I got 2 of the washers. They're 3/8mm thick. And you're gonna put one on the top right here. And then put the other one on the bottom. Yeah. So then you put the one washer on the bottom, and you put one washer on the bottom of this one, and the actual whole assembly. There you go. And then you put everything back together. So like my wife said, you just put the bolt in, you just change it and put the washer in, and ta-da! Yeah. Definitely doesn't take too long, but well, it kind of does. But well, is it you? What? Did you throw it? Is it a squirrel or something? So guys, don't forget to put this bracket in. It goes like this. Somehow, I think it's like this. So it goes like this. Go on a bolt, and then one will go between. And don't forget to, let's go like this. And don't forget to put a thread lock. Here's the snap one. Hey guys, so today's the next day. So today I'm going to be doing right side. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to remove these 2 bolts. I'm going to loosen them, and then these 2 bolts right here that hold in the bracket together. Then I'm going to unspin the ABS sensor. There's a 1 bolt. I will show it to you. Then I take the pliers, pull the little metal out, and then set it aside, and then loosen the 4 bolts that actually hold the hub together, and then pull the whole thing out. I use normally PV blaster because it's pretty rusty there, so I'm gonna spray it in there. I'm using 12mm socket for ABS sensor, and everything else you can tighten with a 14mm socket. And then when you get the bolt extended one, I think that's 17 or 19mm socket. Definitely use some flashlight to help you out to see. Hope you can see there. So there's bolts right there, and then in the back. So I'm gonna guide you through it. Keep watching, and see you in a little bit. So I removed 2 bolts that hold in the bracket. It's on the bottom right here, and then one on top. They have a washers, so don't mess them up. And then I remove 2 that hold in the caliper together. That goes right here. And then I'm losing the caliper, so don't mess them up because they're different length, and it will mess up the rotation of your wheels. So then you just pop this part out and just lay it right here. So now guys, I'm gonna be removing this bolt in here that holding ABS sensor to your wheel. It's 12mm socket. So just take this thing. Be careful of the wires. You don't wanna do anything. Actually, so just take the bolt off, and then we'll loosen this thing here, and just put it aside. So now guys, I'm gonna take these pliers right here, whatever they call, and I'm gonna remove, where's my flashlight? There's a metal piece that holding the ABS sensor together. I hope you can see it. I will show it to you. It's right there, right here. So I'll remove it and I will show it to you. So here it is, guys. The metal thing. It sits right on top of the ABS sensor to hold it in place. So just remove it. I also unplugged the ABS sensor. This thing right here. After you're removing the metal piece. And I just put it aside. And now I'm gonna be removing 4 bolts that are holding the hub together. So just take 14mm and just loosen them, and then you're gonna pop this thing together. If this doesn't go, I spray PV blaster, and then I put the big screwdriver like this, something like that, right here between, and I just pull it towards myself and it should pop. So I remove the 2 nuts, both. So now I'm removing the bolts, and those 2 you're going to be replacing with extended bolts. Right now it's stuck, so what I do, I put it right here. But there's a hole you can see, and you just pull it very carefully so you're not going to break anything. There it goes. So you can see, hopefully, there's 2 bolts right here, and there was a bolt in the bottom of this thing. So here's the 4 holes. So what you're gonna do now, you're gonna take the bolt that you bought, extended one. So I got 2 of those, and I got 3 8mm washers. Yes, so 1, 2, and then I put extended ones in the opposite directions. The washer's gonna go on the bottom, nothing on top. If you put 2 washers on the bottom, we would recommend to put at least 1 washer on top, so it'll be more kind of like a pushing plane. So I'm just doing 1 on each, and then I'll go from there and see how the fitment is. So let's do that. Just the 1 on the bottom. So now you can see what I did. I put the 1 washer in here in the bottom, nothing on top, and then I put 1 washer in the bottom in here, then nothing on top. So now we're gonna put it back together. Easy as that. So take that. Be careful, don't break anything. Flip it and slide it in. And remember, don't forget to put the bracket in. The bracket, I'll put it right there. Now everything goes in reverse. I put bolts and just slide it in. So extended bolts are like this, 1 on top, 1 on the bottom, 1 washer in here, and then bolts that came with the hub. I put 1 washer in here, nothing in there. So I just slide it in, and now I'm just tightening it. The bolts that you got, I think they're 17 or 19 millimeters. And I put the bracket in. Don't forget that. So much less. There you go. And actually, what you should have done is put the tread lock. There you go. The tread lock blue. You just put in the treads, so it's not gonna. So it's preventing from bolts getting loose with the vibrations. To be exact. So I'm gonna remove that. I'm gonna put some, and then put it back in. So I do that. Woo! I love it. I maybe do wrong. Don't judge me, guys. And I just put it in. It's a 17mm for the new bolt that you just got. A bit more. That's another one. Disgusting stuff. So now I'm gonna put everything back together. So I'm tightening the bolts. So first you go everything reverse pretty much. You put in the hub back in. Then I'm gonna plug the ABS sensor, put it in, tighten them up, this thing right here, that thing, and then put the caliper in, and that's it. And tighten everything back together. And I usually, I don't think it's important, but I normally go in a crisscross pattern, so I go top, bottom, and then I go on the top and the bottom again, then just go around again. Just make sure that everything line up how it's supposed to be. Hey. So I got that. Now I'm gonna put the ABS sensor back together. And this part is actually, there's a little hole, it kind of goes into it, and then bolt go in here. Sensor. This little thing in the ABS sensor. It's together. And take 12mm and put it back in here. So I put it by the hand first, everything. The bolt. And I'm just gonna put the caliper in. There. I feel so silly yesterday. I put the wrong bolt in and my rotor wouldn't spin. Spent like an hour to try to figure it out. I just had to put the different bolt in. So don't make any mistakes. Remember that you put in the right bolt in the right place. There it is, you can see shining a little bit. The one washer over there. So today I installed my Camber. I did the washer tray in the rear. I put one washer in the bottom and each side. I bought extended bolts. They're M10 by 1.25 by 40mm long. I put the 20mm spacers. I didn't really like how they were looking with 5mm, so not air out yet, but check it out. You can definitely see Camber. And here's the other side. I hope you guys liked my video. Subscribe, comment below if you have any questions. I will help you. See you guys in a little bit.